Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here, and it's time for another reaction request. If you have a video that you'd like me to react to, check the description below. There's a link that'll take you to a Google document with all the relevant information. So today I'm looking at a video titled What Makoto Nijima Teaches Us About Loneliness, Persona 5 Analysis featuring Ramzace by Schaffrillas Productions? Not sure how you say that, but maybe like that. And yeah, this sounds pretty cool. Like some kind of video essay talking about Makoto, who is Best Girl, my favorite character in Persona 5, so excited for that. And loneliness. I mean, I guess, yeah, she does kind of embody a certain loneliness, isolation. Like, yeah, that definitely is an intrinsic part of her character. So I could see that, and I'm interested to hear what he has to say about this. So let's go ahead and get it started. Here we go.
Funding for Schaffrillas is provided by Crunchyroll, okay, the sponsor of today's video. Go to crunchyroll.com/Schaffrillas or click the link in the description to get a 14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium now. I'll tell you more
many
at the
bigger,
end of the video.
Bigger sponsors
also,
you could have.
This video does not contain any spoilers for Persona 5 Royal, fandom, or even any spoilers for the original Persona 5 past the in-game month of June. So don't you worry.
Oh, past June, okay.
I don't know if you guys could tell, but I really like Persona 5. Hands down, my favorite video game of the past decade. I honestly can't fully quantify how much of an impression this game left on me. And with Persona 5 Royal literally right around the corner, I meant to say already out, simple slip of the tongue and not an instance of the video getting pushed back a week, shut up. I figured it was the perfect time to shed a spotlight on my absolute favorite character in the game, Belphegor. He's a demon on the toilet. His in-game model has a toilet. I mean, that's incredible. 12 out of 10 character. Also, I guess Makoto is alright. Sure. I can't believe there's even a debate on who Best Girl is in this game. Like, really, let's break it down for a second here. Inkling? Yeah, she's adorable and has a great character arc, but she's like your little sister. Dating her is weird, I'm sorry. Also, she's maybe a bit too much of a gamer, to the point where some of her dialogue, especially in the dancing game, is a bit too much, man. An? I'm pretty sure even the people who love An know she isn't Best Girl. Forehead? Yeah, maybe, if she had any substantial interactions with the rest of the characters. Kawakami? I could see that, but also I'm calling the cops. Wow. Shahiya is a character. Oya? Also,
wow, oh god.
But then we have Makoto. She's well written, she's well rounded, she kicks so much ass academically and physically in spite of her immensely relatable insecurities.
She is the best girl in Persona 5 and you
keep that shit to yourselves!
Sorry, I didn't mean to diss anyone's waifus, that segment was mostly a joke. I mean, those are my genuine opinions, but yours could totally be
different. They're pretty fair opinions.
Also, this is my video. I'm the only one speaking here.
Whoa, 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 I've been here the whole time, mate. I mean, the minute you talk about Persona 5 waifus, I magically appear. Also, by the way, I won't forget that Anne remark.
No complaining.
But strangely enough, yes, Makoto is actually an amazing character from Persona 5. Before I even knew what a waifu war was, she was my favorite during my initial playthrough. Makoto has an interesting introduction, as kind of the villain to the main group. But then, oh no, turns out it's those horrible adults that were using her the whole time. Gee whiz, doesn't that make you want to rise up and steal society's heart?
Society.
But no, seriously, Makoto was an extremely developed character throughout the game, and I think a lot of it was due to her relationship with her sister. Sai. She's hell-bent on hunting down your group, due to very understandable circumstances. But naturally, with a focused mindset, she kinda takes it out on Makoto, as the two live together with no parents. Sai had to do everything for her sister, and still has to prove herself at her job, and stop these so-called phantom thieves, who are getting more and more popular with their quotation mark illegal activities. Meanwhile, Makoto is forced to keep an eye on Joker. I mean, it's a pretty easy job, when all he does is sleep.
Nice.
Due to this, she doesn't really make any friends at school, pushing others away, forced to become the teacher's lackey. But through some wacky anime hijinks, she is able to awaken her persona and her inner strength literally, Makoto is now able to take matters into her own hands with the help of her new friends, the Phantom Thieves, but in doing so is at odds with her sister's goals, the one person who looks after her, and is her motivation and inspiration to achieve more. And I just love the dynamic the game presents with this, how she handles all of it, because honestly, Makoto seems to get the most development out of all of the Persona 5 cast, if you include her and her sister's arc. And you know what we say? The only people who don't like character development have never had any.
It's pretty fair.
How can you dislike her when she literally has nuclear attacks, and rides on an amazing motorbike? I mean, I'm not saying she does a better job of healing, has a better vehicle than a pervy talking cat that turns into a bus. Well, actually, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. Makoto is top tier.
You're under arrest.
Well, I had my say. Alley-oop.
Thank you, Ramses, but also I don't know how you got in my house. Anyway, to really get to the heart of why I love Makoto so much, I have to get a little real. Shafe wants to get real. Cancel the bubble rounds because we're getting real. Whew, haven't really done this since the Shrek 2 video. So anyway, Makoto speaks to me so much because many years ago, I was an honor student. From 1st to 12th grade, I was always concerned with getting good grades and being a part of prestigious resume-boosting clubs. Not only because it would be good for my academic future, but because I kinda needed friends. Like, I had some friends, namely Chris, who I've been best friends with since 1st grade. But despite being in the same classes all throughout elementary school, we didn't really have many of the same classes in middle and high school. So I kinda needed to find new people to talk to. How do that? Well, you join clubs. And in my case, those clubs involved a lot of leadership positions since that meant I was actually leaving an impact on people and connecting with them by virtue of leading them. I served as treasurer of my class from 9th to 12th grade with a brief stint as vice president in 11th. And yes, I even served as student council treasurer for 1 year. It's no president position, but it's something where I thought I would get a chance to connect with and befriend both my fellow board members and the student body as a whole. And that really didn't happen. Working with people doesn't automatically mean you're going to become friends with them if you have trouble really relating to them. But it was really my only way I had an excuse to talk to these people. And without an excuse, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Don't get me wrong, I had also discovered my passion for theater in middle school, and I was making friends through that. But again, these aren't friends I saw in my everyday classes. It made it even harder to socialize with classmates. I just couldn't do it, and I thought leadership positions would help me with this, but they didn't. And my clown ass tried this again in college, giving some more leadership positions.
Some interesting visual
trying
choices.
to make friends with my coworkers and the students I was leading. And like, we were well acquainted, but we never hung out outside of the organizations. It was
lots
great
of stock
leadership
photos.
Experience, and I was happy to make a difference in my schools, but it wasn't the way to make friends. No matter where I went, I couldn't break free of my shyness, which led people to just categorize me as the quiet honors kid. Unless I was up on stage, freed from the necessity to interact with people in an unscripted setting, I was useless. We'll get back to my story in a bit. For now, let's look at Makoto. By all accounts, the perfect honor student and student council president. But nobody really likes her. Hell, you don't like her. She's a brown-nosing principal's pet who doesn't seem to have any depth going on under.
I don't remember ever hating her.
A nuisance. But all of that changes when she decides to blackmail you. Now she's annoying and a villain. But all of that changes again.
I kind of tell that there was more going on from the start.
She does believe in the Phantom Thieves, and that she isn't as well put together as most people assume. She understands that adults are using her. She feels horrible that her older sister considers her a burden. She truly has it rough in ways that no one ever really considers, because they just think of her as this stuck-up, snobby, stucco president. All that is great character stuff, but that's not the side of Makoto I identify with. What I identify with is the loneliness of leadership. The inability to connect with the people you're leading, despite assuming that it'll happen naturally through your interactions with them. Much like Makoto, I always felt a disparity between my tastes and that of my peers. I wanted to get to know them as people, but I didn't know how to connect. But as it turns out, even if you're too reserved to try and form a connection, sometimes they can just happen. Let's say you pull your handy dandy laptop out for a meeting and someone sees your stickers and says, "Shit, is that a Dear Evan Hansen reference?" Then you're like, yeah, connection established, and you didn't have to do much of anything. Or let's say you've got an adorable Buchimaru-kun pencil case, and someone you didn't know you had anything in common with notices. Huh, look at that. A connection. These interactions can just happen by complete chance sometimes. And while they haven't led to much more than a solid acquaintanceship in my experience, I don't know, it's just nice to be noticed sometimes. And to connect with someone in any way, big or small. And once you find your passion, it's a great way to show people who you really are. And to subvert their expectations, yay! But yeah, many people have told me that they thought I was a robot, just here to sit quietly, get good grades, and shut down for the day when school ends. That all changed when I made a name for myself in theater productions. Now, all of a sudden, people could see the real me. And I was so stunned to see the same patterns happening with Makoto. Not only is she literally called a robot, leading to a fan-favorite dialogue choice.
Oh god, I forgot that was a choice
in my playthroughs. But this stigma is broken by her I
don't think I did. I think it was
this and thinks, what do you know? Makoto has an interest, a passion. There's an actual person behind that cold, honor student exterior. And this is also what the Phantom Thieves come to realize. That Makoto isn't as reserved as they initially thought. That she has hidden layers to be unraveled if they only take the time to know her. They're surprised but impressed at her ability to ride a motorcycle in the metaverse. You get to see her unexpected passion for action movies and reassure her that it's not weird, unless you really want to be that guy and disagree. And overall, we get to see her express excitement at coming out of her shell and experiencing new things, all thanks to the Phantom Thieves who really changed her life for the better. She overcame the loneliness of leadership by finding a group of equals who value and accept her. Her story arc and character growth over time are such things of beauty, since they perfectly showcase the power and value of friendship. Some of you might be wondering how my story ends. Well, to put it simply, I found my Phantom Thieves, people who valued my true self that I brought to the group. Now everything's great, and even though it took time, it was undoubtedly worth it. Keep looking for your Phantom Thieves. You'll find them eventually. Join the gaming club, or theater club, or any club you're interested in. See a reference to something you like on someone else's shirt? Comment on that. Maybe that'll start up a conversation, and you never know where that'll lead. Making friends isn't easy, but if you keep at it, it'll happen. Even if you're incredibly reserved and you don't think anyone is ever going to like the real you, remember that the world is a big place. Someone out there will. And finally, if you haven't, please play Persona 5. It's a magnificent work of art, and I guarantee that you'll end up relating to at least one of these amazing characters. Many people, not just me, see themselves in Makoto. Many see themselves in Futaba, some Ryuji, some Morgana, some An, some Yusuke. I've never met a single person who sees themselves in Haru, but I'm sure they exist.
I'm sure they do. What's with all these swipes at Haru?
Beautiful, investing,
I love her.
Magnificent experience that will speak to everyone in different ways. Even if you're not into anime, it doesn't matter. I love this game even though I'd probably flunk a test on anime. Wait, what's this? Oh no, my film professor just announced a test on anime coming up. I need to study. Good thing I can go on Crunchyroll, the world's largest destination for anime and manga. Crunchyroll offers more than 90% of all officially licensed anime content in the world and growing. Each season, Crunchyroll brings in the best new anime from Japan to deliver the largest lineup of anime, from classics to new favorites. I've wanted to get into anime for the longest time, and after browsing Crunchyroll, I've come to realize that this is the perfect place to start. Crunchyroll Premium comes with unlimited anime, manga, and drama titles. These episodes are professional.
It's not like there are very many options.
All of them
anymore.
are ad-free and gorgeous, crisp 1080p. I finally started watching One Piece per my friend's recommendation, and I'm super into it so far. And with this special
that's gonna take you a while.
14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium. That's right, unlimited anime, free for 2 weeks. Think about how much anime you can watch in 2 weeks. It's an amazing offer, especially since finding a ton of great shows to get invested in is more important than ever. Go to crunchyroll.com/Schaffrillas or click the link in the description and get your 14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium now. That's crunchyroll.com/Schaffrillas. I've got a lot of studying to do for this anime test, so leave a comment below and let me know what titles I should be checking out on Crunchyroll.
Alright, well there we go. I don't think there's anything else, but we'll let this play. It's great music. I guess I did stop it a couple seconds early, but anyway, yeah, that was a good video. I think you made a lot of good points. I'm not sure the second guy was necessary. I feel like he was a bit distracting and it kind of broke up the flow of everything else. And, I mean, his whole tone I didn't really like either. I think it's kind of off-putting. But, yeah, the main guy, I think he was good. And his story was definitely one worth telling, and seeing how that sort of coincided with Makoto's story. It's good to hear that. I mean, that people are finding something so relatable in these characters. And it's a great... I mean, the game has great characters, and Makoto is my favorite. I'm not sure personally she's the most relatable to me. I mean, she's my favorite, but as much as I don't know if I like remitting it, I'm probably more of a Futaba on a personal level. But the character arc for Makoto is so good, and just the depth to her character, the sides to her character. This whole loneliness and trying to be accepted versus the true her, the biker girl into the action movies, and just the cool that she exudes as a Phantom Thief. It's really nice, just the contrast and just the different sides on display. And she's a great character. Although in my playthrough, did he even say anything about... I mean, he gave his waifu opinions, but he didn't even say anything about the one that I picked. Doctor Lady. But yeah, that's just because I went with the hottest of them as opposed to the one that I liked the most. But yeah, this is cool. It's good to revisit. I mean, I really haven't looked at too much Persona stuff in a while, so it's good to kind of revisit these characters a little bit. Because I never played Royal. I spent so much time on the base game that it was hard to justify it for me to go back so soon for Royal. But maybe someday I will, because I know there's a lot of new content, and it's probably worth it. But it may just be... eventually it'll just be worth it to play the game again, regardless of new content or not. So at that point, that's probably when I do Royal and experience the new stuff as well. And it'll be different, because I mean, next time I play it probably won't be on the channel, so I'll just enjoy it on my own time, and that'll kind of lead to a different experience. Because if you don't know, if you can go on this channel and find my entire playthrough of Persona 5. I did it as a Let's Play, and I don't think I cut anything. At least intentionally. I think I lost some footage at one point, which was kind of a shame. It was during Futaba's part, and it was good stuff. But yeah, most of the game you can see me playing it if you're so inclined. But yeah, this was cool. This was a good video. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.